Hi, my name is Jay Rankin, and I wrote a book titled Under the Neon Sky, a Las Vegas doorman story. I was the doorman at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas on the Strip for 6 years. My shift was 7 at night to 3 a.m., and I wrote a story about my experiences. Once again, the book is titled Under the Neon Sky, a Las Vegas doorman story. And what I'd like to do is read a couple excerpts from the book for you. Wait until dark, when the mood is right. The night is about possibilities. Invite a hooker to the blackjack table. Drop an extra $100 on your bet. Order more drinks than you can handle. The forbidden makes Las Vegas unforgettable. The Strip is dangerous, like a jungle. Exotic creatures materialize and their beauty seduces. But they are predators, and their poison is lethal. I watch the people and am bewitched by their downfall. I know Las Vegas is tearing me apart, but I crave the excitement. It's the only place where I can feel intensely alive, even as it kills me. The Strip stabs me with bolts of neon 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The power of flashing red, blue, orange, green, yellow, and white jolts me into existence. People shimmer with an inner light. The colors and sounds grow distinct, then overwhelming. The smells of the Strip tell me who I am, what to do, where to stand, and when to jump out of the way. One whiff of their breath exposes just about everything. Garlic reveals one set of facts. Scotch relates something else entirely. Same with a cigarette or Big Havana. I construct the guest piecemeal, every detail adding to the portrait purpose and propensities. Is he wearing snug custom clothes or loose casual duds? Are his hands dirty from coins or chips? Are his fingernails manicured? What about shoes, hairstyle, age, cologne, gait, jewelry, tone, body language, teeth, expression? Once I put the pieces together, I know exactly who these people are. It's not a game, it's survival. In a city without boundaries, I have a chance to defend myself by knowing instantly, accurately, who's coming and going. I marvel at how much visitors believe they can get away with here. Sooner or later, though, everyone pays. The porte-cochere roof and the hotel facade that's 10 feet behind me trap the roar of voices and car engines, and then amplify it tenfold. Rip currents of taxi fumes, cigar smoke, hot tires, and carbon monoxide take me under. A coagulation of grease, oil, and roadkill stick to the undercarriages, pins me down. Stay focused, Jay. No margin for error. Drinking, gambling, multiplied by loss of sleep, equals disaster. I turn to the next people in line. Their backs are to me. Where are you folks headed tonight? The cab is already waiting, choking me with a fog of fumes. My eyes, lungs burn, my vision blurs. Instinctively I hold my breath. I'll do it hundreds of times a night before the night's over. Learning how to breathe in this city requires practice. After all these years, the atmosphere has become corporate, but the air is the same as when Mayor Lansky, Mo Dillitz, and Bugsy Siegel called the shots. Intimidation rules. Strength gets the respect. A tall, beautiful hooker passes by and she winks at me. I smile back. Her skirt is slit up the sides to her smooth size, and her neckline plunges all nude inside. The backless dress shows off the dimples on her gorgeous ass. I wish she would take me away. How you doing tonight, Angel? I ask. I'm so good, she says from whatever high she's on. Her joint's gone out. A man materializes with a lighter. She smiles at him, forgets about him, then turns back to me. My God, the last night I must have done 25 guys in 24 hours. Know what I mean? No, I tell her. She scans the lobby over my shoulder. Of course, it's nothing I'd care to do every day, she laughs. A low chime. But I made a lot of money. I'm sure, I respond. She takes a long, strong hit off the joint. I worry about the real crazies, she tells me. We never know what's in a human heart. The odors get denser and the noise intensifies. I'm deafened by paradise. Coins filling up metal slot trays, screams, car horns. I have to yell to be heard. In a few hours my throat will be raw. Questions come non-stop from one guest after another. I surprise myself about how much I've memorized about this town. How much is a taxi to the Mirage? About $7 or $8. Is that where the volcano is? Yes, ma'am, I tell her. What time does it go off? Every hour. How long does it last? Little over 5 minutes. Is it safe? Well, yes, now that they've learned to control the flow of lava, it doesn't go down the street anymore. After a few moments, I turned to Sam to tell him something, but the words died in my throat. Something odd was going on with him. He looked frozen, not breathing, not blinking. I was afraid he was having a stroke, but then I saw her. Standing above him, us, was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. She was so spectacular that in a room of beauties who happened to also be naked at the strip club, no one was looking at anyone but her. I felt embarrassing like a college boy. Do you see that, Jay? My friend said reverently out of the side of his mouth. Oh, shit. Now that woman is all world. She's definitely fine. That's Capri, the next guy to us said. She sort of spoils you for everyone else, he added woefully. Capri had red gold hair, the color of certain leaves in the fall, the special ones that when you were a kid you stopped to pick them up. The shade had none of the harshness that screamed of chemicals. No, it was thick, it was pure silk, and it was all hers. Her utter perfection extended to her creamy, flawless complexion, and eyes too light and golden to be called hazel, amber eyes, caramel eyes, honey eyes, piercing, sexually inviting eyes. This woman could have stood on the stage, hip cocked, filed her nails, and it would have grabbed the audience. But she actually moved her body better than the other girls. Men surrounding the stage already had their money out and folded, wedged between their fingers, and they waited hungrily for their turn. Even while another dancer gyrated in their lap, they were watching Capri. I had never seen anything like it. But as my gaze pulled up to her, the situation made total sense. From its earliest days, Vegas has grown on its reputation for privacy. You could be the devil and no one would notice you. In Vegas, you could pretend to be something you weren't. Tell any kind of story and no one would doubt you. Because no one gave a damn if you were telling the truth or not. The moment visitors stepped off the airplane onto Vegas soil, all the rules changed. Or, more accurately, disappeared. Rules that had grounded those people for a lifetime. For only $20, some poor schmuck could find out what it was like to have a beautiful topless woman with a stunning body sitting on his lap, touching his face and hair, his neck and legs, while her breasts were 2 inches from his mouth. Or, for a few $100s, the Rotarian from Iowa could hire a hooker to fill his pubescent fantasies. And if he had a wife and kids, it didn't matter. No one would ever find out. That's just a few excerpts from my book. Once again, the name of my story is Under the Neon Sky, a Las Vegas doorman story. My website is www.jayslasvegas.com, and there you'll be able to download the first chapter for free. So, once again, Under the Neon Sky, Las Vegas doorman story, or my website, where there are also links to Barnes & Noble and Amazon, www.jayslasvegas.com. Thank you.